Hey everyone, wanted to come on here on YouTube and explain a couple things that I discovered with the issue I was having with my Canik Mete MC9. So this is Canik's new micro compact offering. Great little pistol, a lot of buzz. We sold a bunch of these at our shop, and what happened was I was hearing a lot about a failure to go into battery issue. Okay, so of course, being a manager at a gun store, I had to see for myself. So I purchased a firearm and took it to the range and discovered in the first 4 magazines I was getting the same issue. I was getting a failure to go into battery. After a couple shots, it would kind of stop like this, okay? Your indicator is live, okay? That's your striker ready indicator, okay? That little pin is gonna show you that it's, so I thought it was in battery and ready to shoot, but really it was just like this. And what happened was when you pull, it goes forward like that, and nothing happens. Obviously, it doesn't strike your round and it does not fire, okay? So at that point, it becomes a dead trigger and you'd have to eject the round out and continue shooting. Once in a while, it would stop just like that, just short of going into battery. And when you shot, it became a dead trigger. That round did not fire on me. I did not get any light strikes. All right, so let me show you a couple things that I had discovered. As you can see, this firearm is in stock. I had already swapped out the stock trigger for a Freedom Smith trigger, and if you guys wanted to see, the pre-travel is amazing, okay? So gone is that long pre-travel on that stock trigger. The stock trigger is already pretty good, but reset's amazing, okay? So, and also a 407K from Hollison. Those are the only 2 upgrades that I did on this gun. So let's break it down, and I wanted to show you a couple of things that I did and what I found out, okay? So, pertains to the frame. But let me start by saying I took the barrel, okay? And at our store, I do a lot of the gunsmithing. With the barrel, I found that polishing your feed ramp, and this is gonna be a little bit hard to see, but into the chamber just a little bit makes it a lot smoother and easier for your round to go in, okay? So I wanted to just rule that out and make sure that the rounds are going in nice and easy. Okay, so I polished that, including this little edge right here. Okay, so I made sure those were all polished. Okay, another thing I wanted to make sure was the extractor. Okay, so the extractor right here, if it's got any kind of burr, you might get issues with the round slipping, you know, in from underneath, or kind of clamping onto your 9mm. Okay, so it's real simple to take off. You can see this little plunger pin right here. If you push in on that, now you want to keep your finger over the safety plunger. Push in on this little pin right behind the safety plunger. Okay, if you push in on that, you're going to be able to pull out the extractor. Okay, and keep your finger there. I'm going to go ahead and pull out the extractor. Okay, there's your extractor spring. Okay, that comes out pretty easily. You just dig that out. Wish I had a smaller pin punch. Here's your safety plunger. That comes right out. And there's that pin in there. And that's spring loaded as well. And that holds your extractor. Okay. So I wanted to take out the extractor and examine that. Took a little file and made sure this edge was nice and smooth and there were no burrs there. Okay. So that's another thing that I do just to quality control and check my firearms. Okay. So I made sure that was nice and smooth and no burrs behind that extractor. Okay. Now, one of the biggest things that I found was related to the frame, okay? What happened was I wanted to just kind of run my finger across the rails, okay, and find out why it wasn't going into battery. And this is what I found. If you hold your gun sideways, I found that the plastic back here, okay, and the plastic right here behind the locking block, all right, that plastic had burrs that were higher than this rail. They were sticking upward, okay, right here and back here near the rear of the frame, okay. So there were some burrs back here, and what I did was I took a little file and made sure all those burrs were off. Okay, so shave those down on the front and in the rear. Just kind of shave those down flat, and as you can see, it's pretty flat now, right here, okay? After that, took it back to the range, and I was happy to report that this morning I shot 500 rounds through the gun without a single hiccup. No more issues with the going into battery. I shot hollow point, FMJs, 124, 147 grain. Everything worked perfect after that. So I hope that helps with, with your issues. If you're getting failure to go into battery, just take the slide off and check this plastic right here. It's a real simple fix. Get a little file or even a blade and just kind of shave that plastic off a little bit. Don't go too deep. You're not going to hurt the gun. You're not going to void any warranties because they won't know. All right. Just check the plastic over here on your frame. Okay, just these black plastic parts. Okay, right here and back here. Just make sure there are no burrs there hanging up the slide from going forward. So, hope that helps. Check that first and see if that helps with your issues. Take care.